You know, they say it's always easy to connect the dots in reverse. And when I look back at my life, now having a career as a composer, doing music for video games, I always am fascinated to see where those first times in my life were where I encountered music and the love of music and the love of video games. The games I first got were Space Invaders, Combat, and Superman. It was such an exciting morning. I'm just fascinated. My imagination go wild that you can actually interact with something on the screen. Another thing that my parents would always do every Sunday after church, they'd take me to the arcade. They'd take me to Nathan's in Yonkers on Central Avenue. And I would go there and just explore the arcade, and I'd get so excited and I'd run get my dad. Hey Dad, you gotta see, they got this new game. One of the games that really was amazing to me is when Dragon's Lair came out. That blew my mind. Dragon's Lair was the first Laserdisc game where you could play a cartoon. I remember Dirk the Daring, and it was like $1 a game. It was unbelievable. As far as music goes, my favorite movies at the time were Raiders of the Lost Ark and E.T. Most all the movies that John Williams did the music to. But another way I was able to recreate the experience of seeing the movie was actually listening to the music. So I asked my parents to buy me the soundtrack of the movies that I love: Star Wars, E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark. They actually had, alongside the baseball cards, they had these movie cards. The movie cards had like a scene from the movie. So I'd get the Raiders of the Lost Ark movie cards, I got the E.T. movie cards, and I would collect them. I'd put all the scenes in order, and then as I listened to the soundtrack on vinyl with headphones, I would flip through the cards just like a slideshow. And it was like recreating the movie in my mind. So it just taught me early on, it showed me how music made such a huge difference emotionally, and how it could really tell the story and immerse you in the scene. So now I'm in my 20s, and I ended up getting a great opportunity to actually go on tour with Bobby Brown. I started touring, and I remember in the tour bus, video games were right there. I had a Super Nintendo, and we had set it up in the back of the bus, and it was all about, music and the tours and setting up and all of that, and then going back in the bus and playing video games. So all through the 90s is when I really developed as a musician, as a composer, as a producer, as a songwriter. But it wasn't until 2001, where I first played Halo on the Xbox, that my epiphany happened. It was really as if the clouds parted and the light bulb went off, and I saw the potential for me combining my love of video games and my love of music into a single career. I had a mortgage, I had a child, and now I'm realizing that this is where music is evolving, where I wanted to go. I had to reinvent myself, and it was very scary at the time. So here now, over a decade later after that decision in 2016, every day I'm reminded about how grateful I am for still being in this business as a musician, making my living doing music mainly for video games. And it's really great. I mean, it's not easy by any means, but it's fantastic. It's incredibly rewarding, and I love what I do.